Yeah, Jonah said hi. Okay, so that's all of our review, right? All the transformation that's review. The parents function. No, we barely begun. Now, the steps to graphing is the same. There isn't anything changing in terms of graphing. So we're going to apply it right away. So I'm going to graph this out. Then you're going to tell me all of the stuff in the box. We are always going to start with the parent. If you strip of all the transformation, what is the parent?
It's y.
Y equals what?
Right X.
Right X. All right. Okay. We are going to need 5 inputs and 5 outputs. So look at your, if you don't remember what it is, look at your previous graph. What are, Amina, the 5 inputs and 5 outputs of our parent? 16. Thank you. Then we're going to identify your A, H, and K. Here we go. Our A value is, Alicia, in this question, A value is? 3. Perfect. H value, Jason?
H. Then -4. Plus -6.
K value, Lewis?
-4.
Thank you. Since I already have those values, I'm going to write the transformation right here. So I have 3, so I'm going to write 3 dots. The A value being a +3, Ashley, what kind of transformation is that? Very good. Vertical stretch, factor of 3. The H value being -6, Danny, so what kind of transformation is that? So the H value, so what kind of transformation? How would I state those?
X -6.
No, that's what we're going to do over here. So that's what we're going to do in a transformation table. But when we state out the transformation, verbally, what do we say?
Left.
Very good. Left 6 units. Then Maurice, your K value being -4, what kind of transformation is that?
Down 4.
Perfect. Okay. So all of these guys are still the same. Okay. Now we're going to go to our transform table and then plug those values in. So the H value, Danny's already giving me that. She said go ahead and subtract it from 6. Now, Jaden, what do we do with the A value being 3? To X? Do you guys agree with Jaden?
No. Disagree.
No, because remember, A is a vertical. Vertical means you're changing all X's to all Y's.
All Y.
All Y. So you multiply to which one, Jaden? To Y. Now, the -4, Billy, what do you want to do with that?
-4, you're going to subtract 4 from this.
Well, X or Y? Well, the -4. What are you going to do with -4?
Oh, you do, I don't know.
Where am I going to put it? Do what?
4.
From where?
From the Y.
Thank you.
No eyebrow.
Okay. All right, go ahead and fill out the transform values. Give me the 5 inputs and 5 outputs for the new table. You are vertically stretching it, so definitely you're going to have a bigger eyebrow than the parent. Once you have all 5 inputs and 5 outputs, compare that to your machine. If your inputs and outputs are wrong, you're going to have the wrong eyebrow. That's going to be funky.
What did you do?
Justin, give me the new 5 inputs, okay? What are the new 5 inputs? Huh? Inputs. So only the inputs, which is the X's.
-5, -2, 3, and 10.
Someone confirm those?
That's correct.
Okay. And then 5 new outputs. This one goes to Saxon. Did you come up with the outputs yet, hon?
Yes.
Okay, give it to me.
-4.
Mm-hmm.
-1, 2, 5, and 8.
Good. So I'm going to plot those really quickly. So -6, I'm going to go to -4, 2, and 4. -5, I'm going to go to -1. Negative 2, I will now rise it to positive 3. It's up 5, 2, 4, 5. And looks like I do have enough grid for all 5 dots, so I will plot all 5 dots. Okay, there is the slightly increasing curve. Then we are going to quickly work out our table. So Kelly, what are the values for H and K? Perfect. X-intercept, would we have any, Claire? Would we have any X-intercept based on our graph? Yes. Can we eyeball the X-intercept?
No.
No, we have to work it out. Here we go. X-intercept is when y equals to 0. We're going to go 0 equals 3 times square root of x plus 6 minus 4. What are we trying to solve for? X. Isn't it the same as your homework last night?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. So Josh, what's your first step?
You gotta divide 3.
Before divide by 3. Can't divide by 3 yet. I'm going to divide by 3 next. What's the first step?
I have no clue.
Help him out. Add 4 to both sides first. Okay. So 4 equals 3 times x plus 6. Now, Josh, what are you going to do on both sides?
Divide by 3.
Great. So now it's 4/3 equals square root of x plus 6. Oh, nice. The square root is all by itself. Valerie, what's your next step? Square it. You're right. That's a way to get rid of the radical. I don't have a calculator, so I'm going to work this out. Mental math. Ready? Wyatt, what's 4 square? Great. 16. So on the top is 16. Divided by 3 squares, Skylar?
9.
Great. The radical's gone, so now I have equal to x plus 6. How do I solve for x from here? Subtract, right? So I'm out of space. If I subtract 6 from both sides, would you agree that it looks like this?
Yeah.
I have to find common denominator, so this is over 1. What's your common denominator? 9. If this is a 9 on the bottom, what's on the top? 54. 16. Take away 54 is what? Negative what? So I know the denominator is 9. I don't know the top. I don't know. 58? 30. Yeah, blame me. I'm old. Okay. You can leave it as an improper. Some of you can see that I can put it in mix as well. It's technically is negative 4 and how much? 2 9s, right? So I can give it as mix or improper. It doesn't really matter. Now, it's a y-intercept. I'm sorry, it's an x-intercept, so make sure you write as an ordered pair. Negative 4, 2 9s, comma 0. Now, based on our graph, do you think we're going to have a y-intercept?
Yes.
Yes? Can I eyeball that y-intercept? No. So we're going to do the same thing for y-intercept. I believe y-intercept is slightly easier. Y-intercept is when x equals to 0. So that means y equals, let me see the equation, 3 times 0 plus 6 is pretty much what? 6 minus 4 on the outside. Can I take a nice square root of 6 without a calculator? No. So honestly, guys, you can leave it as is. You don't have to punch it in, okay? So y-intercept is x is 0, and y is 3 rad 6 minus 4. If you don't have a calculator, leave it. I would have to go further if that's a square root of 9. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, but since I can't. Now let's fill out the rest. Domain. What do you think the domain for this question is, Quinn? Negative 6 all the way to infinity. What do you think the range? Chloe's not here. The range for this one is, Nico, what do you think the range is? The range is talking about the y values. So Nico, what's the smallest y value that we have?
Negative 4 to infinity.
Thank you, sir. Very good. Negative 4 all the way to infinity. Look at the graph and tell me, is this decreasing or increasing, Rex? Thank you. So I'm going to go decreasing none. Increasing from where to where, Delaney? Right. It's going to start on the x value of the domain. That's starting at the beginning, which is -6. Very good. So -6 all the way to infinity. Then, is this a one-to-one, Alan? Oh, whoa. I wrote that on the wrong spot. Never mind. Rate of change, Alan. What is it? And the rate of change, you said what? Yes or no? One-to-one. Sorry. Yeah? Like, yeah? Okay. Based on the graph, do we have a minimum or maximum, Sam?
We have a minimum.
Good. So maximum would be non-applicable. Minimum value is what, Stacy?
4 at x.
I think you meant to say -4.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So that's that piece. We have one last one, and then I'll let you go. Yeah.
You write the minimum as a coordinate.
I can't hear you.
You write the minimum as a coordinate.
No, because minimum is really asking for the y value. So that's why normally you can just write -4, but sometimes we have a test say, oh, where is the minimum? That's an x location. Skylar?
Has it already been? Is there any instance where the domain in the increasing interval will be different? Like any instance?
I don't have to have an increasing.
That's
Yeah.
in this case.
Yeah.
Would there be any like?
For this case, no. If you have an increase and decrease, then it's normally matching up with your domain because you have a starting and then an ending.
Okay.
Okay, last question. Here we go. A value for this question is what? A, H, and K. Give me all three, Matt. A, H, and K. What are the three values?
-1, 4, 9.
Perfect. We are going to start with the transformations. -1. It's what kind of transformation, Dominic, what kind of transformation is that? -1 for A, what kind of transformation is that?
It's a reflective of x-axis.
Perfect. Reflect over x-axis. You have an H value of 4. Jonah, what kind of transformation is that? Right 4. Perfect. Well said. Then, Jasmine, you have a K value of 9. What kind of transformation is that? Perfect. Okay. We are going to begin with the parent function. What is the parent function, Kylie, for our question?
Y equals 35.
Perfect. Then I'm going to ask you for 5 inputs and all 5 outputs for the parent. Okay? Because if you got the parents wrong, then obviously your transform is going to be wrong. Okay. Skylar, 5 inputs and outputs, all of them.
0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3. Alright, I'm sorry. 3. Wait, yeah, 9, 3. Sorry, and 16, 4.
Perfect. Okay, let's transform. The -1, Maurice, what do you want to do the -1 on our transform chart? -1 for A. A is -1. What do you want to do with that? How do we transform that? Consult your team.
It doesn't go on the x, isn't? Wait. Then negative goes on the y, and then h goes on the x. Right?
I'm just asking for A value right now, guys. A is -1. How do we transform that? No, not x plus 1.
X plus 4. Well, she's asking for the.
Okay, guys, I'm asking for A. A is -1. Where do I change that? What do I do with the -1?
So why did you just put negative y?
Thank you. -1, 1.
Okay.
We were doing the left section.
Oh no, I'm just asking for A. I said A is -1. What do we do? Okay. H is 4. Quinn, what do we do? Subtract 4. Add 4. Do you guys agree, Green? Quinn, add 4. 9 is K. Chloe's not here. 9. Kelly, what do you want to do with 9? Add it to the inputs or output? Justine, help her out. Output or input? Output, right? I can't hear you, guys. If your voice is low, I'm old. Like, you have to speak up. Right? All right. Go ahead and transform the table. Then I'm going to call on you to give me all 5 inputs and outputs. Do we know that the transformation have not changed, right? We do the same thing from one function to the next. They just kind of look differently. So when you transform it, what are now, Claire, the 5 new inputs, honey?
4, 9, 5. Oh, sorry, I was doing a cross. It's 4, 5.
4, 5, 8,
13, 20.
13, and 20. Are those the right inputs? Yeah. Okay. And then 5 new outputs. Bella, what did you end up with?
9, 8, 7, 6, and 5.
Okay. Let's see how much I can plot. 4, I can definitely plot 4 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. Then 5 is 8. I can handle that as well. 8 and 7 can do that. Yep. 8 and 7. I'm gonna go as long as 13 because I can easily make 3 take marks, but I'm not gonna go all the way to 20. Okay, so 13 I can go up to 6, 2, 4, 6 right there. So this allows me to plot about 4 dots. If you ever missed your dot like what I just did, then just make it really fat. Okay, H and K value. Delaney, what are those?
4, 9.
4, 9. X-Intercept. I want you to think really. Oh, you put your thinking cap on. Alan, would you have an X-Intercept? Yeah? I hear yeah, I hear no. If you say yes, explain.
Because it's constantly going down.
It's going down.
Yeah.
Eventually, I don't know where, because I don't have enough spot, right? But eventually it's gonna cross over. So if you can't, okay, guys, if you can't see it, you have to solve for it. X-intercept is when y equals to 0. That means 0 equals negative square root x minus 4 equals to, x minus 4 plus 9. Okay, how do we, Killy, step number 1 in solving for x, what do you move? Oh, Killy's not here. I just said that. Okay, Sam, step number 1 for solving for x. What do you move? Good. So negative 9 equals negative square root x minus 4. Well, step number 2, Stacy. Good. Divide both sides by negative 1. So 9 equals square root of x minus 4. What do we do next? Matt.
For X-intercept?
Yep, that's where we're at. Looking for x-intercept.
Oh, what you gotta do is you gotta.
Jason, hit the keyboard for me.
You have to square both sides.
Thank you, sir.
It would be 81 equals X minus 4.
Good. 81 equals x minus 4. What do we do next, Dominic? Add 4 to both sides. So x is at Jonah. At where?
85.
Perfect. Okay. I'm not going to have obviously enough grid to graph 85, but you need to understand that it will intersect the x-axis when x is 85. Y-intercept, I want you to put your thinking cap on. Jasmine and team, would you have a y-intercept? No, right? No. Y-intercept is over here. This is already stopping right there. So you would never have a y-intercept for this graph. So none. You can write none or you can write NA. Domain, tell me, Kylie, the domain of this graph.
4 to.
Good. Can you tell me the range, very cautiously, Jaden, the range of this graph?
9.
You're close, but in interval notation, Jaden, you have to write the smaller number first. Okay. Is this an increasing, Billy, or decreasing interval?
It's decreasing.
You're right. Where? From where to where?
From 4 to infinity.
Yep. Okay. Rate of change and 1 to 1. Answer both. Justine, what's the rate of change?
Varies.
And 1 to 1?
Yes.
Perfect. Do we have a minimum or maximum? Saxon?
We have a maximum.
Good. What is the maximum?
9.
9. At what location?
4.
Perfect. That is an egg roll, y'all.